Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the University of Southern California's Army Reserve Officer Training Corps first ever virtual commissioning ceremony. I am Major Nick Lucas, Assistant Professor of Military Science for USC. I am also today's Master of Ceremonies. On behalf of our Professor of Military Science, Lieutenant Colonel Laura Skinner, we'd like to extend a warm welcome to all of our guests online with us today, to include our keynote speaker, Lieutenant General Leslie Smith, the Inspector General of the United States Army. We also would like to extend a special welcome to our Cadet Command leadership, Major General John Evans, Commanding General, U.S. Army Cadet Command, Brigadier General Antonio Monero, Deputy Commanding General, U.S. Army Cadet Command, and Colonel Vanessa Moy, our Brigade Commander. To our University of Southern California leadership, Dr. Carol Folt, President of the University of Southern California, Dr. Mark Todd, Vice Provost for Academic Affairs, Dr. Jack Knott, Dean of the Sol Price School of Public Policy, Mr. Frank Sharunian, Juris Doctorate, Professor of the Practice of Governance, Director of Executive Education, Director of ROTC Programs at USC, and Ms. Regina Nordahl, Juris Doctorate, former Associate Dean of Sol Price School of Public Policy, and Director of ROTC Programs at USC. To our California State University Long Beach leadership, Dr. Jane Conley, President of California State University Long Beach, and Dr. Monica Lunsberry, Dean for the College of Health and Human Sciences. And to our California State University at Dominguez Hills leadership, Ms. Deborah Wallace, Vice President for the Administration and Finance, Mr. Chris Manriquez, Vice President of Information Technology, and Mr. Michael Las Cuadro, Interim Vice President for University Advancement. Would also like to extend a warm welcome to the family and friends of our commissionees. And of course, let's welcome today our commissionees. Before we get started, please review ceremony notes currently posted on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem and remain standing for the invocation given by Cadet Erkenbrock.
Everyone would please bow their heads with me. Just to start, Almighty Creator, we pause this morning to ask for your blessing on the men and women of this ROTC graduating class. Thank you for the new insights and knowledge they have gained. Thank you for their commitment to lead the way in the cause of freedom. Thank you for dedicated teachers and mentors who have had the opportunity to instruct and share with them over the past several years. Grant each graduate wisdom to apply themselves to the challenges that lie ahead. May they rise to every occasion to lead with professionalism and honor. O Lord, as we honor graduates this morning, our hearts cannot help but wander to the war that is being waged for the cause of freedom at this very moment. We ask that you guide our leaders in the decisions they must make on the battlefield and in the planning rooms. We ask for your protection, courage, and watch. Care for all of our deployed comrades, especially those in harm's way this morning. Give their families faith and comfort as they watch and pray. Touch the hearts of those moms, dads, spouses, children, and friends who have received the sad news that their loved ones have paid the ultimate sacrifice. Lord, stir our hearts together this morning. Strengthen this class and each of us to meet every challenge and every threat that waits to confront us. Now we pray, God bless us and God bless America. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the host for today's ceremony, the University of Southern California's Army ROTC Professor of Military Science, Lieutenant Colonel Laura Skinner.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Lieutenant General Smith, President Fault, Major General Evans, Brigadier General Munera, President Conley, Dean Knott, Dean Lunsberry, Colonel Moy, distinguished guests, family, friends, cadre, and most importantly, our phenomenal cadets. We're so excited to have a huge crowd today on this thing called Zoom. Who would have known 3 months ago that we would be doing a commissioning ceremony over Zoom? I didn't even know what Zoom was. But we made it. In fact, how better fitting than to commission new officers even on Armed Forces Day. So we do have some fantastic distinguished speakers with us today, and I can't wait to introduce them. But I first want to say directly to our commissionees that I am so incredibly proud of each and every one of you. You together have propelled our program to new heights. You set the bar very high for those that will follow. Though you have succeeded and reached this remarkable moment in your life, always remember where it all started. Your courage to raise your hand and serve your country, your commitment to the profession of arms, and your character that will always set you apart from the rest. And now your demonstrated resilience in this crazy moment of time. You are now truly the future leaders of our Army, and I know you will make us proud. To the families, friends, professors, and mentors of our commissionees, they did not get here without you. So please accept our gratitude and our thanks for the enduring support you've given our commissionees every step of the way. You hold a very special place in our heart, in the heart of the Trojan Battalion. And what makes the Trojan Battalion extra special is our university partnership. With USC as our host, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our university president, Dr. Carol Fault. She has been an amazing supporter of ROTC since she arrived to USC last summer. And it is a great honor to have her here to celebrate this occasion with us today. A vast amount of experience, an internationally recognized life scientist, an award-winning teacher, the former president of UNC Chapel Hill, and now the president of USC, she knows how to lead and she knows how to get things done. So earning a reputation for always placing students at the center, I want to extend a warm Zoom welcome to President Fault.
Thank you so much, Colonel Skinner. It is such an honor to join all of you and our cadet graduates this morning. I'm grateful to the faculty and staff who helped make this celebration possible and who support the ROTC all year long. USC's partnership with the ROTC has lasted for more than a century without a break. It takes dedication to shared values and to shared goals. Let's just take a moment to remember the many special people in your lives, your parents, your faculty, staff, mentors, and the friends who've been a cherished part of your journey. To the families who are joining in to this virtual celebration, thank you for being as resilient as our cadets. They have worked so hard these last 4 years and will be moving on to new and challenging assignments, choosing to serve our nation with the fullness of their hearts and the capacity of their characters. No service is greater, and they'll need your support more than ever before. So I want to make sure that you cheer loudly as you want when your cadet's name is announced. Let your neighbors hear your joy. With each graduate, we're celebrating so much. We're celebrating each of your graduates' unique accomplishments, the lives you've already touched, and also all that you're going to accomplish as you move into the next chapter of your lives and service. Because these 16 graduates are among the nation's finest young scholars and leaders. We have a diverse cadet population today, bringing talents not only from USC, of which there are 7, but also from Cal State Long Beach and Cal State Dominguez Hills. To all of our cadets, remember that your teamwork and determination is what brought you to this day. It will guide you forward in your careers. And I'll say it every single day, it's exactly what the world needs. Through this chapter in your formal education, it's coming to a close today. May you never stop learning. To get to this point, you have balanced rigorous academic work with an equally rigorous military training and no doubt incredible focus. You've come from far away as Ohio, New York, Florida, Indiana. 10 of you are from Southern California, 7 from right here in Los Angeles County. And 2 of our USC graduates come from Northern California. No matter where you come from, you grew to become one unit, members of the esteemed Trojan Battalion. USC's ROTC commitment to education and to our country, and it's a commitment to all of what we hold dear and deeply respect. Today, you're being commissioned today as second lieutenants. And as you go forward, lead with the values that are important to you and to your communities: courage, resilience, strength, and compassion. Always speak to inspire, because those you will be leading need that more than you can ever know. General Colin Powell once put it very simply: leadership is always about people. It's not about organizations, it's not about plans, it's not about strategies, it's about people motivating people. Congratulations to all of you and to your families. I'm so proud of what you've done and where you're headed, and deeply, deeply grateful for your willingness to serve for us all. And always, fight on. Thank you.
Thank you, President Folt. It is an incredible honor to have you with us today to celebrate this special occasion. Thank you for your leadership and your support to our Warriors of Troy. Right now, I'd like to introduce you to our keynote speaker, Lieutenant General Leslie Smith. General Smith currently serves as the Inspector General for the Office of the Secretary of the Army. Lieutenant General Smith received his commission from Georgia Southern University in 1983 as a field artillery officer. And then in 1985, he graduated from Georgia Southern with a bachelor's degree in accounting and as a distinguished military graduate. And he also branched chemical. So Lieutenant General Smith has had an amazing career serving at all key levels of command and staff. And rather than read his bio, I'd like to tell you a little bit about him. I met him in 1998 when he was serving as a Battalion S3 and then as a Battalion XO. Back then, he was the type of leader that took that time to mentor young lieutenants like me. And trust me, I needed a lot of mentoring. I stayed connected with him throughout my career, and I had the opportunity to serve with him again most recently in the Inspector General. And I can testify that General Smith is that same charismatic, caring leader who makes the time to teach, mentor, counsel, and inspire others around him. So I thought, what better thing to do than to have him come here today and inspire our new soon-to-be lieutenants. Having presided over my last 2 promotions, I'm very honored, sir, that you are here with us. And without further ado, please welcome Lieutenant General Smith.
Good morning. I'm so happy to be here today. I could tell you guys some stories about Laura. You have to hit me up on Instagram and I'll tell you the rest of the story. Good morning to Dr. Folt, Dr. Connolly, Ms. Wallace, my good friend John Evans and Antonio Manera, Vanessa, and to all those that are here today, congratulations. Right, cadets, soon to be lieutenants, I have one task for you. I want you to all unmute your mics. So guys who's running the net, unmute the cadets' mics. I want you to give your parents and your loved ones a round of applause. Can't hear you. You should be clapping harder than that. Right. They have taken the time to get you to where you are today.
We still haven't posted.
So what you have done. You him again because we've lost control. You know, I do a lot of.
That's amazing.
And hear nothing.
All right, thank you. I'll do my push-ups later there, John. I do a lot of speeches around the United States, and we spend a lot of time talking about setting expectations. And I will tell you that as young people joining this mission, one of the greatest institutions, when you raise your right hand and say that you're going to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, both foreign and domestic, those words are just words to some people. But as you take those words today, you got to understand that it's been over 200 years of history that has gotten us to this point. If I was to give a theme today to leave with you, it would be about being a professional. You've heard Dr. Foltz speak today and other times. She is a professional. She is accountable to the institution. She's accountable to her field of study as a doctor. And she's accountable, frankly, to the board and everyone else who does the things they need to do. But as lieutenants, you are accountable to the nation, which is a big deal. And so there are 5 steps that I think, if you guys are taking notes, that I would say that you have to do in order to be a professional. The first thing, you got to be able to engender trust. Trust, as we talk about the profession, is the bedrock. Your soldiers, your leaders have to be able to trust you. If you say you're going to do one thing, then you have to do it. If you're going to say you're going to do something else, you have to do it. It applies whether or not you're active duty in the National Guard or the reserves. That trust, ladies and gentlemen, is why the nation has a great outlook on the military. Secondly, after trust, you got to have expertise. So you probably, I blacked out my office, but I got a lot of books up there on my wall. I do a lot of reading about a lot of different things. You're always learning, or you should always be learning. So your expertise should get better each day, each year that you work. Don't worry about being a general today. Just focus on being a good lieutenant, then a good first lieutenant, then a good captain, and so on and so forth. And I'm not telling you that you need to stay in the Army 35 years like me, which would be great if you all did, but be the best that you can be in whatever job that you have done. So trust, military expertise. The next one is serving honorably. Your word, ladies and gentlemen, has to be your bond. As I talked about trust, as difficult as it may be for you to tell people the truth or the hard right, it's always important to do that. And on the subject of counseling, your honor to be able to tell people what things they need to do to improve in are so important today, more so than ever before. With the advent of technology, of using your phone, people are more comfortable with sending a text. But today, sometimes you just got to sit people in the room and talk to them and say, hey, this is what my expectations are of you. This is where I see you today, and this is how I see you in the future. So professionals hold each other accountable, but that accountability has to start with yourself. So we talked about trust, which is the bedrock. Number 2, expertise is something we should work on every day. Number 3 is honorable service. Number 4 of that 5 is esprit de corps. For you French speakers, you already know what that means. That is the spirit of the body. So Laura Skinner will tell you, I'm calmer now than what I used to be. As a S3XO and then battalion and brigade commander, I was somewhat excitable. But if you don't have excitement, your people won't have excitement. If you don't have drive, your people will not have drive. If you don't have focus, your folks will not have focus. That does not mean that every day is a great day, but when you come into the room, when you come to your platoon, when you come to your staff section, you have to have the drive. You have to be passionate about what you're gonna do. People live off the things that you do, okay? So that doesn't mean faking it, but understanding in the role and mission that you play, you have a part to play. And everyone has a part to play, whether or not you're a staff person or you're a commander in a larger, ever larger increasing formation. We talked about trust. We talked about expertise. We talked about honorable service, and we talked about esprit de corps. And lastly, I want to talk about stewardship. So we've all been given gifts, right? And the gift that you're going to get today is the opportunity to be an officer of the United States. Let me just let that resonate for a little bit. So when you become a second lieutenant, it is a gift. It's not a right. It's a privilege that you are responsible for the lives of young men and women who raise their hands, just like you see in this picture behind me, just like you will do shortly, and you're responsible for them. You're accountable to them. Not only the people, but the equipment and the other resources that you receive. But the most important thing that you have are the people. You got to get to know them. You got to understand where they're coming from. You want to help them achieve their goals. That's how you get to the point where you need to be. I'm telling you that because each of you come from different backgrounds. I had a chance to look at your information. I got it all right here. I did some homework on you. And I'm telling you that you have the opportunity to do great things. But in your formation that you're going to, many of the kids just graduated from basic combat training and advanced individual training yesterday. It's really important that you understand that they have potential. And why am I telling you that? I'm telling you that because my dad died when I was 5. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. And many of you in California and different parts of Los Angeles understand where I'm going with the next part of my conversation. Many friends that you know have not made it to the point where you are today. So becoming a lieutenant is about how you help other people achieve their goals. That's why I dressed up on a Saturday in my ASUs to come see you guys, because I see your potential. I know what you have the opportunity to be. And so our responsibility, General Evans, General Monero, Colonel Moy, Colonel Skinner, Dr. Folk, and other leaders are to get you to where you need to be. So in order to be a professional, you gotta have trust. You gotta have the expertise. You must serve honorably, demonstrate esprit de corps, have the appropriate stewardship that's needed to be successful in our Army. You're ready. You're ready to execute the mission, and we're so proud of you. And I think I got one video ready to go. I only want to be able to show the Why We Fight video before we swear them in. You got that one ready to go? Okay, let's go ahead and show the Why We Fight and I'll close out.
Here in America, we will have a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Regardless of whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter if you're gay or straight, it doesn't matter if you are black or white or Asian or Indian, or any other ethnic group. It doesn't matter what your country of origin is, or the spelling of your last name. It does not matter if you're Catholic or Protestant, Muslim or Jew, and it doesn't matter if you don't believe at all. It does not matter if you're rich or poor or common or famous. In this country, in these United States, under those colors of red, white, and blue, in this country, all Americans are created free and equal, and we will rise or fall based on our merit, and we'll be judged by the content of our character, not the color of our skin. That is the core organizing principle of the United States of America, and that is why we fight.
So that is why we fight. You know, I use that video a lot, and we know USC says fight on, but you fight for those who can't defend themselves. That's why it's so important to do the tasks that you're doing. That's why it's so important to make a difference in the formations that you're going to serve with. We're so proud of you. People first, winning matters. Army strong.
Sir, thank you so much for your words today. Typically, this is the point in time where I'd come up and give you a gift and say thanks from the Warriors of Troy. We're going to send you something, we are, but anyway, virtually, I'd like to thank you and give you a shout out. So if everybody could take their mics off, mute. Okay, just the cadre, because we're co-hosts, because it might go crazy again. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. Okay, so for the next part of our ceremony, the huge important part here is dedicated obviously to our commissionees. So without further ado, I'm passing it back to the MC. He's gonna read the orders, and then we get to meet all of you while you pin on. So excited. Thank you so much, and over to you, MC.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask all military service members and cadets to rise as we read the commissioning orders for today's commissionees. Attention to orders. To all who shall see these presents, greetings. Know ye that reposing special trust and confidence in the patriotism, fidelity, and valor and abilities of these cadets, I do appoint these officers second lieutenants in the United States Army. To the date, as such, from the 16th day of May, 2020, these officers will therefore carefully and diligently discharge the duties of office to which they are appointed by doing and performing all manner of things thereunto belonging. And I do strictly charge and require those officers and other personnel of lesser rank to render such obedience as is due an officer of this grade and position. And this officer is to observe and follow orders and directions from time to time as may be given by the President of the United States of America or other superior officers acting in accordance with the laws of the United States of America. This commission is to continue in force during the pleasure of the President of the United States of America under the provisions of those public laws relating to officers of the armed forces of the United States of America and the component thereof in which the appointment is made. Done at the city of Washington, the 16th day of May, in the year of our Lord, 2020, in the independence of the United States of America by the President. Ladies and gentlemen, in maintaining our social distancing etiquette, we ask each commissionee to step into the Zoom screen when your name is called and wait until we read your bio before you proceed with your pinning. We invite each commissionee to say a few words after they pin their rank. Second Lieutenant Elijah Baldwin. Second Lieutenant Baldwin is from Los Angeles, California, and is graduating with a degree in business administration and accounting. He's been commissioned as a chemical corps officer in the U.S. Army and will be assigned to the 14th Engineer Battalion at Fort Lewis, Washington, after he attends BOLC in June. Pinning on his rank today are his wife, Aisha Baldwin, and daughter, Navia Baldwin.
Well, I just want to take the time out to thank my loved ones, friends, families, past leaderships, current leadership, future leaders, for giving me the opportunity to embark on such a journey that I would have never imagined. So I just want to say thank you and go Toros.
Second Lieutenant Nick Bellavance. Second Lieutenant Bellavance is from Fort Wayne, Indiana, and is graduating with a degree in human biology. He's been commissioned as an ordnance officer in the U.S. Army and has been selected to attend explosive ordnance disposal after attending BOLC in October. Pinning on his rank today is his father, Joe Bellavance.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to everybody USC, and all my friends and family. It's what I've been working for 4 years since high school. So thank you and fight on.
Second Lieutenant Patrick Ewing. Second Lieutenant Ewing is from Venice, Florida, and is graduating with a degree in economics. He's being commissioned as an infantry officer in the U.S. Army. His distinguished honors include the Military Order of World Wars Award. Depending on his rank today are his mother, Maria Ewing, and father, Patrick Ewing Sr.
Sorry. There we go.
Yay, Patrick!
Yay! So I'd like to thank all my friends and family who supported me on this long journey, all my fellow cadets at Trojan Battalion, and all cadre members. Through strength and perseverance, we can accomplish anything, and I just wish all my fellow commissionees strength through their Army careers, and fight on.
Second Lieutenant Himbin G. Second Lieutenant G is from Torrance, California, and is graduating with a degree in business administration. He's being commissioned as an ordnance officer and will attend BOLC in January 2021. He's being pinned by Mindy Kim.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Second Lieutenant G. I would say it's a truly honor to serve as an active duty ordnance officer. I want to give special thanks to all the cadre member at Long Beach, Captain Zabados, Asa Vernal, and my family member. Army strong.
Second Lieutenant Dylan Kim. Second Lieutenant Kim is from Walnut, California, and is graduating with a degree in human biology. He's being commissioned as an ordnance officer in the U.S. Army and will attend BOLC in January of 2021. Pinning his rank today is his father, Jin Kim.
I'd just like to thank all my friends and family, the cadre member, and all my peers for helping guide and mold me into an Army officer. And I hope that as we continue our Army career, that we continue to grow and develop. Thank you.
Second Lieutenant Savannah Mercado. Second Lieutenant Mercado is from Los Angeles, California, and is graduating with a master's degree in social work. She's being commissioned as an Adjutant General Corps officer in the U.S. Army Reserves and will be assigned to the 11th MP Brigade at Joint Base Los Alamitos, California, after she attends BOLC. Her distinguished honors include the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution Award. Pending on her rank today is her mother, Karan Mercado, and father, Jesse Mercado.
I just want to say thank you to everybody in this room right now, especially my mom and my dad, and the people tuning in via Zoom. Thank you for all the pep talks, the hugs, and the free meals. Thanks.
Second Lieutenant Emmanuel Miranda. Second Lieutenant Miranda is from Westminster, California, and is graduating with a degree in political science. He's being commissioned as a military intelligence officer in the U.S. Army Reserves and will be assigned to the 368th Military Intelligence Battalion in Dublin, California. Depending on his rank today is his mother, Jesus Miranda, and Aunt Remy Gonzaga.
Woo! Woo!
Go Miranda!
First off, I just want to say thank you to my family, including my mother and my friends who have instilled in me, being here today and making this happen. And including my father, who is not here today, is with us, and the rest of my family, and including the friends, cadre. All of you guys have become family to me as well. And good luck to everyone in BOLC.
Second Lieutenant Joshua Mora. Second Lieutenant Mora is from Murrieta, California, and is graduating with a degree in political science and global politics. He's been commissioned as an active duty infantry officer. His distinguished honors include the 100th and 442nd Regiment Outstanding Infantry Award. He's being pinned by Janelle Delaney and Mariah Mora and Jennifer Velasquez.
All right. Last time speaking to Trojan Battalion, I just want to say thank you to God. Thank you to my family. Thank you for all the support from Cadre. Special shout out to my guys over at Long Beach. It was a privilege and honor to work with you guys. It's going to be a privilege to serve with you guys in the future. Thank you.
Second Lieutenant Jesus Rivera. Second Lieutenant Rivera is from Los Angeles, California, and will graduate with a degree in administration and criminal justice. He's commissioning as an engineer officer. His distinguished honors include the Unsung Hero Award. He will be pinned by his mother and father, Isaac and Gladys Rivera.
I just want to take a moment to thank my family, my friends, everyone who was there to help me support on my journey. My girlfriend, Lieutenant Raw, Lieutenant Han, if you're out there, thank you for all your support, your help, your the back and forth rivalry we had to help me grow as a person. Thank you.
Second Lieutenant Richard Rosenfield.
Yeah!
Second Lieutenant Rosenfield is from Culver City, California, and is graduating with a degree in psychology. He's been commissioned as a military intelligence officer in the U.S. Army and will be assigned to the 101st Airborne Division after he attends Bullock in August. His distinguished honors include the American Legion Post number 283 award. Pinning on his rank today is Michelle Hartman.
Woo! Yay! Good job. Good job, Richard. Woo! Kudos.
Good morning, everybody. Say thank you to my mother and my sister. Saying, take care of me. I also want to shout out to Cadre and all the faculty who made it possible. I had like a bunch of like bows and this whole like, I don't have enough time for that. Just want to say that I promise you all forward as I serve this country, and hopefully you will serve this country, and I'll do my best to make sure that I accomplish the mission and that you're taken care of. Thanks.
Second Lieutenant Renee Sanders. Second Lieutenant Sanders is from Culver City, California, and earned his degree in political science with emphasis in global politics. He's commissioning as an active duty military intelligence officer. His distinguished honors include the Sons of the American Revolution Award. Second Lieutenant Sanders will be pinned by his father and mother, Aaron and mother Anne Marie Sanders.
Standing at attention is way wrong. This is
Hey, good morning, everyone. I would like to thank my mother and father for seeing me through in this journey, my peers over at Long Beach, and all the officers and NCOs who have mentored me along the way. Thanks again, everyone.
Second Lieutenant George Cesar.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Commissioning as an active duty infantry officer. His distinguished honors include the 101st Airborne Division Association Award. He will be pinned by Harley Cesar and Susan Cuero.
Boy, I like him.
Congratulations. Go, boy.
Moment in time. My peers down in Long Beach, you guys made this experience so memorable. I'm going to miss every single one of you, and I hope to see you down in the future. And to my brothers from the 306 PSYOP who are watching right now, this is for you guys. I won't forget where I came from, and thank you all. Go Army. Go
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Second Lieutenant Daniel Suber. Second Lieutenant Suber is from San Jose, California, and is graduating with a degree in business administration. He's been commissioned as an ordnance officer in the U.S. Army. He will be assigned to Fort Lee for Bullock. Depending on his rank today is his father, Bill Super.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. I want to begin by saying thank you to everyone who is here with us for this big occasion today and for being with us and supporting us through this entire journey that is ROTC. It really has been an incredible time, which I've gotten to know so many different people and have experienced so many different things that I otherwise would not have. And I want to say thank you to my parents for supporting me and giving me this opportunity. And also, I want to show my gratitude to the cadre for developing us as leaders and getting us to this point. And fight on.
Second Lieutenant Kesuma Saprobo.
Hey, Suprobo!
Second Lieutenant Saprobo was born at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Ohio, and grew up in an Army family. He earned his degree in psychology and is commissioned as an active duty chemical officer. He will be pinned by his wife, Brittany Saprobo.
Bravo! Lieutenant Will Barr.
Hey, I'll try to keep it short and simple. So it all started about 12 years ago. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that's been a really good, big help to me, to my family, for my dad for creating a path, for my brothers and I, for my brothers for setting the example, for my mother and father-in-law for always being here for me, and my sister-in-law as well. And I want to say a special thanks to my wife for taking this journey with me and enduring everything and the struggles that it's been and being there every moment and being my rock. So thank you very much.
Yeah! Second Lieutenant Cameron Whiteside. Second Lieutenant Whiteside is from Pacific Rim and is graduating with a degree in geodesign. She's being commissioned as an aviation officer in the U.S. Army and will attend Bullock in October. Her distinguished honors include the Distinguished Military Graduate Award. Pinning on her rank today is her friend, Savannah Mercado.
Yeah!
So I just want to say thanks to my mom and dad and the rest of my family who served before me, especially my Uncle Steve, my Uncle Ralph, and the rest of my family who is here on Zoom live right now. You guys are the best. I also got to give a special shout out to my roommates for dealing with all the 6 a.m. alarms over the past 4 years. And also my bestie, Savannah, for letting me be here.
Yeah!
Second Lieutenant George Jin. Second Lieutenant Jin is from Pasadena, California, and is graduating with a master's degree in strategic public relations. He's been commissioned as a chemical corps officer in the U.S. Army and will be assigned to the 2nd Cavalry Regiment in Germany after he attends Bullock in June. His distinguished honors include the Distinguished Military Graduate Award, Superior Cadet Award, the George C. Marshall Award, and the USAA Best MS4 Award. Pinning on his rank today are his friends Igor and Daniel.
Hey, George!
Chapter 5, George.
For everyone here, thank you for family and friends who are supporting me along the way. Thank you for the cadres and my colleagues for my journeys in USC. And lastly, I want to tell everyone that the Army is a small army. We're going to see each other again. And one thing always worked for me in the Army is make the best out of it. You have to take advantage of what you have in the next 4 years. Thank you, everyone.
Hey, George!
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Trojan Battalion, it is our pleasure to present you the Army's newest second lieutenants. We wish them all the best in their military careers. Please stand and feel free to sing along for the playing of the Army song.
Retire. I don't need to stand anymore, do I? March along, sing our song with the Army of the Free.
and the army goes rolling along. Now of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the army goes rolling along. And it's high, high day, the army's on its way, down off the pages of its strong. For wherever we go, you will always know that the army goes rolling along.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's commissioning ceremony. As we move our commissionees and their guests in their respective breakout rooms for the administration of the oath, we would like to extend another thank you to our guest speaker, Lieutenant General Smith. Sir, thank you for being with us today and for sharing your words with our second lieutenants. We'd also like to thank our key leaders in Cadet Command that support, lead, and guide us through our cadet life cycle. Thank you, Major General Evans, Brigadier General Minera, and Colonel Moy for your leadership and your support to the Trojan Battalion, and thank you for being with us here today. Last but not least, we would like to extend our deepest thanks to USC and our California State University partners. You are the real hosts in this event today. Thank you for the amazing support you have given us throughout the years to ensure that your students and our cadets are provided with every opportunity to flourish, not only as future professionals, but as future leaders of our nation. At this time, we will begin to move cadets and their families into celebratory breakout rooms. To all others, thank you and stay well. We hope to see you in person again soon. Fight on, Army strong.
Go PJ!
PJ! Go Miranda!
Well done, Lieutenants. Congratulations.